I'm back. It's your boy Pee Wee the Plug, 1/4 through the wire, #1 Knicks fan in the world, aka Mr. Know-It-All, and welcome to the long-awaited first episode of the Orlando Magic. I almost said New York Knicks. Orlando Magic rebuild. I know y'all have been patiently waiting. I've been patient as well. I had a lot of things I was waiting for to give y'all this content. It's, like I said, long awaited. A couple disclaimers before we even dive into it. When y'all see me get into the rosters and look at different players, when we start to dive in, y'all are going to see some things that may look funny or different than what you're accustomed to seeing. So first and foremost, I came across this brilliant, amazing guy by the name of Sim Gaming Network. You can find him on YouTube, or Sim Gaming Network. You can find him on Twitter. So give my guy a follow. Came across him on Operation Sports, Ep.1. You may have heard of him. He's got like the best sliders in 2K over the last few seasons. And while I was following him and watching him do his thing, because like I said, I'm a fan of his work, he put me on to another group of guys who do rating and tendency work. So when I dive into the roster, some of the players' ratings are going to look different or look odd, or you're going to be like, why is this thing so low? But basically, these guys are the guys I've been waiting for to start this rebuild. You know, I've told y'all weeks in advance, like, hey, once these rosters are done, I'm going to start putting out content as far as 2K. So which team y'all want me to use, and blah, blah, blah. And that was what I was waiting for. I also went and got the PS5 so I can use my guy, the infamous NY draft class. I used to use his stuff back when I played on PlayStation 4, so it was only right that I went and got the PlayStation 5 after taking a couple years off and playing Xbox. So I'm back. But yeah, so attention to detail, CelticLG, what those guys do is they go in and they fix the entire rating and tendency system that 2K created. If you're familiar with 2K, you know a lot of people, a lot of content creators, or just players who love the game. There's flaws in the rating and tendency system. You'll see a guy who rating or tendency in this area may just look odd, and you like, why is Klay Thompson's 3-point tendency lower than Derrick Jones Jr.? Or why is this guy's dunk tendency is higher than this guy who just won a dunk contest or who has 5 posters this season? 2K has a lot of ratings and tendency ratings or attributes that just don't make sense. So what these guys did is they went in, they did an entire overhaul to make everything make sense. They found out what ratings actually matter and serve a purpose. They found out what ratings actually don't serve a purpose at all and do absolutely nothing. They went and tested what this tendency does and what having this tendency high, what would that cause. And then I got my guy Sim Gaming Network. He took their rosters and then took his gameplay sliders and all of his sliders for gameplay and my NBA and my league, whatever you use, and he tested it with their roster and made sure his sliders are accurate with their roster. So it's one big marriage. And then, like I said, I got my guy, infamous draft class. His draft class is just nobody is on his level as far as the face, the ratings, everything is just on par. So I waited for all of those things, and now we finally have them all together. And here we are. I wanted to put that out there just so when y'all see players and y'all see the ratings, y'all like, why is that guy? There's just no bias. Everything that they did is for a reason, and it's for the better. And so we can have a much more competent rebuild. And as y'all can see, I'm even using one of the guys from the CelticLG group or Operation Sports. They kind of did their own version of Start Today. So if you go to the calendar with the Orlando Magic, we're starting from March 5th. Now today is April 12th. This is a Monday, April 12th, because they're updating it. So I guess they didn't, it stopped at March 4th. But everything is accurate to the day. So on March 4th, the Orlando Magic were 15-28. And everything was as accurate as can be. It's hard to be 100% accurate because 2K doesn't even have the schedule right. So it's going to be tough. And I know y'all see the trade deadline right here. But when I go to the rosters, you'll see that they did every trade. So right now with the Orlando Magic, we don't have Vucevic. We have Wendell instead. We don't have Aaron Gordon. We have Gary Harris. We have Otto Porter. We have where's my guy? Oh, we have RJ Hampton. Markelle Fultz is going to be out for the season, just like real life. Where's Jonathan Isaac? Jonathan Isaac out for the season. We flip to another team. Drummond is on the Lakers. I forget who else made any type of trade or whatever, but boom. Vucevic is on the Bulls. Boom, we have everything is done. Patrick Williams is number 44 because everybody knows he gave his number 9 jersey to They are accurate and everything is legit. But boom, the Bulls are a perfect example, and I hate to stumble or ramble for too long on the topic of the rosters, but you see Vucevic is only at 83, Zach LaVine's 81. So I know when y'all see that, y'all like, damn, that's quite low. I don't like that. You might not like it if you're a Bulls fan, or it may look odd, but trust me, these guys put in hours, days, weeks, and months into this overhaul to make it right. So trust me, it's for the better, and we're gonna enjoy their rosters a lot more than 2K's, because 2K stuff has been very, very flawed. But to begin with, we're gonna dive right into it. So we're 15-28, which is good because I need this team to suck. Hopefully we lose a lot more games as I sim through the rest of the season. But just to give y'all a insight on exactly what I'm thinking and what my vision board, so to speak, is, I'm liking what I'm inheriting. Okay, so Cole Anthony should be back any day now. We got Markelle Fultz, which we'll love to have back next season. So right there, we got a starting point guard and a backup point guard, 2 young guys. Markelle Fultz is only 22. When he comes back, he'll be only 23. The shooting guard position, Gary Harris is solid. You know what I mean? Gary Harris is solid. That $19 million salary is going to be nice to potentially do some type of trade with, because coming in next season, he's going to be on the last year of his deal, and maybe some type of contending team will want him. It's the same thing with Terrence Ross in the offseason or at the beginning of next season or some point in next season. Some contending team will want these 2 guys. So it's going to be nice to have them making double-digit millions of dollars. It's going to be easier to trade or make money match with whatever team we're trying to trade. And then R.J. Hampton, young shooting guard we got from the Denver Nuggets. A lot of potential in him. We're going to allow him to get a lot of minutes for the rest of this season so he can, expand his game and grow into his potential. So I like that. Otto Porter Jr., he's going to walk and be $28 million off of our books, which is great. Same thing with James Ennis, another guy that'll just come off the books. And then we also have a young scoring wing and Dwayne Bacon. Same type of deal. He'll get a lot of run as this season closes and ends. Don't know if I look at him as part of the core. I don't look at him as a guy that's going to walk off the books. We'll definitely be looking to bring him back, but I don't know how big of a role he'll have, especially when I think about potentially having a top 5 pick and potentially drafting somebody at his position. It's hard to figure out where he stands in the rebuild, but I like him though. I do like him a lot, so he's going to get some run and see how much we like him. That's the important question. Chuma Okeke is one of my favorite guys on this team. This probably is my favorite guy, but it's going to be hard to say because I won't know until Jonathan Isaac comes back. So this right here, this forward position, I'm super satisfied with. I know even with Jonathan Isaac coming back next season, we should be able to play these guys together. Chuma could be a 3, Isaac 4, other way around, however you want to put it. So I'm liking this right here. And then I'm also liking these 2. I'm liking Mo Bamba and Wendell Carter as our big man. We got 21-year-old and 22-year-old, very, very young. So if we do get a top 5 pick, we probably, unless he falls in our lap, we probably won't be looking at Evan Mobley, because I still think something is here. Even if neither one of these guys become all-star level players, having both of them, back each other up in whatever way, that this is a decent tandem of big men. Especially if Mo Bamba can consistently hit that outside shot for us, that'll do wonders for us. Kim Birch in real life was released like literally a day or 2 ago with the Raptors. So he won't be on our roster. I probably will release him and try to get him to the Raptors in some way, shape, or form. So when I put everything on the table, I kind of like the core. We kind of have, I want to count the players from the core. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had about 7 players in our core. We're going to inherit at least 1 top 5 pick, hopefully. And then wherever the Bulls end up, we could potentially have a 7-person core with 2 potential lottery picks. So it's going to be good. Now, when we go to scouting and we look at the mock drafts, the mock draft has us as 4. Draft Express has us taking Jalen Suggs. 2K has us taking Jalen Suggs, and even NBA.com has us taking Jalen Suggs. The Bulls pick, which will be the Magic pick, they have right outside the lottery at 15. So as of right now, the Bulls are probably like the 8th seed in the playoffs, and then they have us taking a center out of Turkey. And then 2K has us taking Scotty Barnes. I don't think Scotty Barnes is going to fall to 15, but that would be very nice. And then on NBA.com, they have James Bouknight out of UConn coming to us at 15. So two potential lottery picks with the 7 guys in our core. I'm really liking. Obviously, the standout guy is going to be Jonathan Isaac. Now, as much as I like our players and Jonathan Isaac and even Markelle Fultz, all of these guys, none of them have stood out to be a guy that you build around. As of right now, all of our core young players look like surrounding players. So, I mean, this would be a great draft to get the number 1 pick, hopefully, and get a guy like Cade Cunningham, and we would have all of these quote-unquote surrounding pieces to surround him with. But if not, I'm going to just continue to look to add to that. I'm really focusing or scouting the wing position. The 2, 3, 4, I think is all interchangeable, but because we have Mo Bamba and Wendell, I would prefer to stay away from Evan Mobley just because I like this tandem right here. This wing position, though, is wide open. We don't have a reliable 2. As good as RJ Hampton is, he's going to take a while to grow into whoever he is going to be as a player. And even then, at 19 years old, he's probably not our starting shooting guard. So the shooting guard position is kind of empty because I'm not looking at Terrence Ross or Gary Harris for the long run. Same thing with the small forward position. None of these guys could potentially be here next year. Maybe Dwayne Bacon stays, and if he does, he's coming off the bench or is a featured guy trying to get minutes here and there, but he's not a starting small forward or in a rotation. And then, boom, you got Okeke and Jonathan Isaac, who potentially could be the wings. You know what I mean? Both of them could be starting wings for us. We know when Jonathan Isaac comes back, he's going to be a starter. I don't know how good Chuma Okeke is going to be. I don't know if he's automatically a starter. I don't know if he's going to be a guy coming off the bench. I'm not sure yet. But this is the position I'm looking at when I'm going to be drafting. Now, like I said, if we're in a situation where the best player available is a point guard by far, then we're just going to take the best player available. But going into the draft, I'm hoping to get a player that would be able to play 2 or 3, and then we would have them playing with Isaac, Okeke, one of the bigs, and then Markelle Fultz would probably be the starting point guard. Cole Anthony would play a 6-man scoring mentality type guard off the bench. Back with RJ Hampton, more scoring and athleticism off of the bench and things like that. So I wouldn't mind, you know what I mean? Like I always try to go in and think I'm not getting the number 1 pick. I don't want to get my hopes up high on landing the guy Cade Cunningham. If we do, obviously that would be brilliant. But thinking after 1, if Jalen Green was the best guy available, I mean Jalen Green slides in and he's the shooting guard of the future. If Kuminga is there, you know, then we're looking at Kuminga. We're looking at a front court or a wing duo of Isaac and Kuminga, and defensively that could be extremely good. Where the scoring would come from on a night-out-night basis. From day 1, we wouldn't have a necessarily go-to guy. Maybe Markelle Fultz would take a step in the scoring department, but we would hope that Jonathan Kuminga, with progression and development, could become that type of guy. I would look for him to come in, give us defense from day 1, and then hopefully mold him after a Jaylen Brown type of player. There's also other guys like Moses Moody. I really like Moses Moody. I think he's going to be able to shoot from day 1, and then you hope to develop him into being a guy who can do a little bit more with his shooting, putting the ball on the floor a little bit, creating his own shot, making a play for his teammates. So that's what we really focusing on, that wing position with that draft pick or 2 that'll land in the lottery. Right now, I mean, for me, I would love to simulate and get to the draft as soon as possible. But you know, we might have to take it a couple steps at a time. So Orlando Magic, my bad. Where we at? Where's the coaching game plan? I'm trying to figure out our starting 5 coach game plan for all teams that we play. Right now with the coaching game plan, I'm gonna just be frank. I'm gonna be honest and just try to give all my young players as many minutes. I'm thinking with that type of mentality. Like, there's no reason that Otto Porter should be taking up 30 minutes when we know he's not going to probably be here next year unless he takes a big ass pay cut. But yeah, like, as soon as Cole Anthony gets healthy enough to play, he's going to probably be our starting point guard. Chuma Okeke is already starting, getting 25 minutes. I'm going to make those minutes go up. One guy, Wendell, getting 35 minutes. And then where is Mo Bamba? Yeah, like Mo Bamba should not be having 0 minutes. So Kim Birch, as much as I like you, we're taking your minutes down because you're about to probably get cut anyway. Otto Porter, we're going to take all your minutes away. I don't care how disgruntled you get. It's for the better. Let Dwayne Bacon get some starter minutes. Then we go at Mo Bamba is going to be playing. Let's give Mo Bamba 28 minutes, and Wendell is at, 35? Let's do Wendell at 30. So him and Mo Bamba can play a nice portion of minutes. RJ Hampton is going to be the sixth man. He's going to play about 30 minutes. And it's right there. And then the moment here's just almost fully up. The moment Cole Anthony is healthy, he's going to be getting. Okay, I got to give his 17 minutes to somebody else. So let's break these minutes up. We will give Chumo Kiki. He needs to play 35 minutes. Give him some more minutes. And then boom. So we're letting our young guys get the bulk of the minutes, and I'm gonna try to simulate to where we are today. Sim through date, the rotation. And we're gonna. I'm gonna stop this for 1 second, just because. Just because I forgot one thing. When I came into this start today thing, they have me selected as every team. I no longer want. I forgot to take this off before I started recording, but that's why y'all love my content, because I don't care. I keep it real. I forgot to do something. I'm not gonna edit it out. Y'all gonna see me live in full effect. Unselect every team. And for y'all that want to do this for yourselves and all of that, did they not save it? But for all of y'all that want to, do what I'm doing for whatever reason, you just like team building or whatever, but you don't like the way 2K is, everything that I'm using and I'm doing to do this, I'll put in my description. So like the scenario that I'm using to start off on March 4th or March 5th with the attention to detail rosters and sliders that I'm using from Sim Gaming Network, I'll put it all in my description. You'll be able to find it on the description. I'm playing personally on PlayStation, but if I'm not mistaken, Schneid, Sim Game Network, and all of his sliders obviously can be on any game in any system. And then also CelticLG, their rosters, the attention to detail rosters. If you search them up on Operation Sports, they have a page where they show you how to download each attention to detail system for every system. So those guys are putting in work. I know a lot of people who do things like that, roster things and stuff, but then they only do the work for like certain type of certain systems. So they made sure that they went out and made it available for all systems. Then every system. I think they might still be working on Cole Anthony is fully healthy. Let's adjust that manually. I think they might be working on like PlayStation 4 rosters still, or they may have just finished up like the last gen ones. But for current gen, I think they have PS5, Xbox Series X. They might have PC, but they're working to get the attention to detail rosters on every single console so that everybody can enjoy it and nobody is restricted from not being able to play. So that's another good thing that I like about their rosters, because sometimes you can only like my guy, the infamous NY, like using his draft classes, you can only use it on PlayStation because he only plays PlayStation. But it would be dope, and I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to accept any trade on because technically the trade deadline is passed, so I'm just going to decline every trade. And then for here, another thing I wanted to show y'all before I got to simulate scouting. So again, like I talked to y'all, I'm going to scout Cade Cunningham because I need to have my intel on a guy that I could potentially get at number 1, but I'm not going to expect to get number 1. I'm going to go through everything else expecting not to get number 1. The point guard position right now is stacked for us with Cole Anthony and Markelle Fultz, so I'm not going to scout Jalen Suggs as of now. Same thing with Evan Mobley, Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter. We're going to stay away from them right now and prioritize that wing. So we're getting Jalen Green, Kuminga, Scotty Barnes. I'm going to look at where's Moses Moody. Let's just go to the position. Where is Moses Moody? Moses Moody, small fours, Kuminga, Zaire. I like Jalen Johnson, but the one thing about Jalen Johnson is like he could be Aaron Gordon all over again. You know what I'm saying? So I might stay away from Jalen Johnson. I'm trying to look at another four that I like, or another wing type of player that I like. I like Book Knight, so we'll look at Book Knight for our last scouting prospect. And then we want to scout them. We're going to advance, and we're going to decline. And Cole Anthony is out again, which is tough because maybe I put too many minutes on him on his way back, and I really want this young man to benefit from this opportunity. Like, it's not a lot of opportunity for young rookies to be able to play 30, 35 minutes with so many injuries. So I want all of our young guys to take advantage of this time to where they can, build up on the confidence, progress. Right now we're in that player progression stage where we just want to give our guys opportunity. He's fully healed. I suggest take him back. Where is my guy Ennis? Give us that 30 minutes back. Put Cole Anthony back in the starting spot. He's fully healthy, so no worries. And then let's just get to current date, April 12th. We'll scout the same guys. We're declining trades. We're going to go through the trade deadline. Would you like to stop simulating? No. But yeah, that's where we at. That's my mindset. Episode 1, I'm laying out the blueprint. We're probably going to fire our coach. We're not probably. I'm not even going to lie. We're going to fire our coach. Steve Clifford will be fired in the offseason. I don't know what direction I want to take it as far as coaching. So please, in the comments, leave me with some guys who are some realistic candidates that could be the Orlando Magic head coach. That's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to comment guys that could really be candidates. I might make the coach myself, but then I may just try to make it realistic and think about some guys, that could really be their head coach. So please let me know some names. As far as targets, I'm gonna throw some targets on here to close the video with, just so y'all can see the mind that I'm working with, how I'm thinking. He's on a player option. I don't know how the Nets would ever be able to bring him back. I think he's going. Hopefully he declines it, because in real life he's going to. But I'm gonna be looking at. I'm gonna be looking at Spencer Dinwiddie, man. I'm gonna be looking at Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm also going to be looking at this guy who is going to have a restricted free agency. Okay, he's restricted, which what I thought. He can't be traded. I don't want to trade for. I just want to target him. But we're going to be targeting Gary Trent Jr. because he's going to be a restricted free agent. Maybe we throw him a big enough bag. We can pry him away. They're not letting me put him on here because they think I'm trying to trade for him. But just to show you how we thinking, Gary Trent Jr. is on our radar. Spencer Dinwiddie is on our radar. Like I said, we're focusing on wings, which are 2 3s, even 4 positionless basketball. But that point guard and that center position, as of now, we kind of going to hold our horses on and let our guys in those positions develop. And if, like I said, we get the number 1 pick, Cade Cunningham, of course, we're going to draft him. If we get a situation to bring in a star center or a star point guard, of course, we're going to bring them in. We're not going to not bring them in because we have Cole Anthony. But everything else that we're looking for are guys like Spencer. I know Spencer's a point guard, but I think he can play the 2. Gary Trent Jr. can play the 2. So I want that wings. I'm excited about the defensive team we'll have. Mo Bamba, we got to get him right so he can be on the floor blocking shots. Jonathan Isaac is going to be a defensive player of the year monster. Shuma Okiki can defend. If we get a Jonathan Kuminga to add to that, that's even more monstrous. So I want to play defense and I want to run and gun. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'll see y'all episode 2. I'm out.